Ladies and gentlemen, we meet again towards Parashat Acharei Mot Kadoshim for a short and sweet idea. I think this parsha is so important. It gives us our mission statement. That is very, very important, because once our mission statement is clear and we know what we're focused on, everything else seems easy. Everything else seems simple. Where is the mission statement of the whole Torah? Actually hidden in Acharei Mos and Kadoshim. Well, I think that Kedusha, the word Kadoshim, in English it's holiness, it's sanctity, but Kedusha is something even greater than that, because Kedusha links us into eternity. It's not only just something which is holy and which is sanctified, but it actually plugs us in to something which is beyond time and space, which is absolutely fantastic. Let me explain. First of all, there are two types of Kedusha. One is Kedusha in the world. What Kedusha do we have in the world? In the creation of the world, we hear that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when he creates the world, he doesn't create a mountain or a fountain or a human being or an animal, any place or any book which is Kadosh, which is holy, except Vayvarech Hashem et Yom HaShvi'i Vayikadesh Oto. He creates one holy thing in the whole universe. There's only one thing which is holy, which is Shabbat. So if we want to become holy people, we have to connect to Shabbat. Is there anything else that is called holy? Is there anything else besides Shabbat? And the answer is yes. When two people fall in love and they want to get married, according to Jewish law, it's not called in Hebrew a marriage, it's called Kiddushin. Kiddushin means they are creating Kedusha. The Kedusha, this holiness, is not by the bridegroom and not by the bride. It's not by the Chatan or by the Kala. It's the connection between them, what we call love. This love connection actually is called Kiddushin. But this Kiddushin has to be done properly. And it has to be done accurately. And once we create Kiddushin, that's why it's such a mitzvah to go to a wedding, because a wedding is actually with the manufacturing, it is a factory. Every wedding is a factory of Kedusha. That's an amazing thought. They're creating Kedusha. And the newlyweds, when they are together, they have such power in their Kedusha that they can have fruit of their love. And the fruit of their love is a child. And this child, how does he show that he actually looks up to his parents because they have Kedusha? It is in honoring and respecting their parents. When a person honors and respects his parents, he's actually recognizing the Kedusha in the family. So we have Kedusha in the world, which is Shabbos, and the Kedusha in the family, which is belonging to a husband and wife who married according to Jewish law. And that's fantastic. Why? Because now we understand that the beginning, that the Parsha of Acharei Mos talks about all the things we should refrain from eating, and all types of sexual relationships we have to refrain from. What is not good? What will keep Kedusha? What types of foods will not allow us to be Kadosh? What types of sexual relationships will not allow us to be Kadosh? And then we move in after talking about what not to do in Parshas Acharei Mos. We talk about what yes to do in the beginning of Parshas Kadoshim. It says Kadoshim to you. You have to be holy. Ki kadosh ani Hashem Elokechem, because I am holy, so we want to be similar to our Kadosh Baruch Hu. And how do we do that? So the Pasuk says, immediately it says, Ish imo v'aviv tirau, you have to respect your parents. Ve'et shabtotai tishmor, you have to keep Shabbos. That's the name of the game. We have to respect the love and the magic and the Kedusha in our parents, and we have to respect the magic in the world. And Shabbos, the main issue of Shabbos is hands off. We love the world as is. We're not cooking anything. We're not burning anything. We're not stitching anything. We're not building anything. We're not destroying anything. We're not driving anywhere. We're not turning on the light or off the light. We love the world as it is. As it is. That's Shabbos. It is really an expression of love. Love to the world and love to the family. And when you're with your family on Shabbos, I think we all feel the magic. When we spend the Shabbos with our family, and people are relating to each other, not to their mobile phones or to whatever it is, but actually relating to each other over a Shabbos table, there is this magic of Kedusha. However, I would like to end with a certain question I've been always asking myself. On the one hand, it says the Pasuk says to us, we have to be Kadosh, Kadoshim to you. You have to become Kadosh. And later on it says, Ve'hitem li Kadoshim, you have to become Kadosh. Okay, who has to make us Kadosh? In fact, in Sefer Devarim it says, Ki Am Kadosh atol Hashem Elokecha. We are already Kadosh. So 1 second. We are already Kadosh, but we have to become Kadosh. Who's supposed to make us Kadosh? So the key is in another pasuk, in this week's Parsha, which we'll have to analyze one word for a moment. It says, V'hit kadishtem v'item kadoshim. Who has to make us holy? Who has to sanctify us? We have to sanctify ourselves. The hit kadishtem is from the poal of hitpael, which means reflexive. The hit, it's like hit kalech, you shower yourself. The hit labesh, you dress yourself. So hit kadishtem, it's turned into a verb, but a reflexive verb. We have to make ourselves kadosh. How do we make ourselves kadosh? We make ourselves kadosh by respecting our parents, by keeping Shabbos, by refraining from all kinds of forbidden sexual relationships, from all kinds of forbidden foods, and we can create. So how does this work exactly? Let me bring this down to earth with a very simple analogy. Just imagine an apricot tree. And the apricot tree, in the apricot, there's the apricot pit. So if you put the pit into the ground and you water it, so you can create another apricot tree. However, if you put it in the shade where it has no sun, or you put it in a place where it doesn't get any irrigation, or you water it with some kind of oil instead of with water, so it doesn't grow to be an apricot tree. What I'm trying to say is the following. The pasuk that says, Kadoshim to you, you have to become Kadosh, is telling us we have to be apricot trees. With the pasuk that says, Ki Am Kadosh atol Hashem Elokecha, is telling us, you know what? You are a pit from a real apricot. You have the potential of becoming a real apricot tree. But how do you take this pit and become apricot tree? V'hit kadishtem. You have to water yourself with the right foods. You have to water, make sure you've got sunlight. You make sure you have the right relationships. And that is dictated to us by keeping Shabbos, by keeping our relationships within the family, and of course with marriage, with Jewish marriage, and all these things, we have the potential of being Kadosh. But it's up to us to make this really happen. Shabbat Shalom.